Hello everyone and welcome to the Footywired finals. The prelims have been ran and won. Well, it was won, but not sure if it really was a run or a bit of walk really. Either way, it has been done and we will have a brief look at that shortly. Who will go on to play the Gators this week? Who knows? We'll have a look at it very, very soon as I promised. But what we're also going to do is we're going to unveil our first ever Footywired squad of the year. So I know you've all been waiting for it and I'm excited, and I hope you're all excited as well. So let's get to it.
Lock it in. Sats for rides. It's time to win. Footywired. Footywired.
Alright, so the prelim seen the top two for the year clash in a very, very tight defensive and low scoring game. Both teams probably more than 50 points down on their averages for the year. And it was the Gods who were able to stumble their way to victory despite some bad decisions with a 332 to 307 victory over El Diablos. The Gods really only had three standouts, and their top performers were Rowan Marshall, who was loopholed in as utility, and he got 93. Jordan Sweet in the ruck continued his consistent form and got 46. And McKercher as a half forward got 35 and realistically got the Gods over the line. Not much else really, including the $2 million number 2 pick, Naz, who didn't do too well. No one done well really. For Diablos, well, they were even worse, to be honest. They only had one player done better than their average, and that was their best player, pretty much Toby Green, who got 37. Honourable mentions do go to Sarong, who got 53 as a midfield, and Ryan at the halfback with 44. But as we said, no one else was really that good. The optimised lineups sees the Gods get 427. Curtis would have come in, had a career day, and he was actually in the team all week. And then before the Hawthorn-Melbourne game, Mick took him out to put Kasai Pickett in. Kasai Pickett got 10, and Curtis got 57. And Garcia would have come in as the tackler as well. For the Devilcocks, well, Big Truck Lynch would have come into full forward. He got 44, and Parker would have also got a run, as would have Amon. So, a very, very valid effort for the El Diablos. Congratulations, you did finish third for the year. That pays for your entry fee pretty much this year. So, well done. Now, let's have a quick look at the team of the week, because I think this might have been a record score. 665.5 was the score. Full forward was Gunston, who would have got 92 as a full forward. Mackay as a half forward got 65. Big LDU in the middle as utility with 130.5. Witts in the ruck with 52. Sheasel, after his 54 possession record time midfield or possession game, got 95 as a midfield. Hewitt as a follower got 63. Redmond's surprised at the halfback, he got 84. And that score was matched by the tackler in Sherry as well, who got 84. Alright, so now this is what you've all been waiting for. The inaugural Footy-Wired team of the year. I know, everyone calm down. Melly, calm down, it's okay, stop looking at me that way. Anyway, congratulations to the 20 that made the Footy-Wired squad. But we can only choose 8 and we've gone with 1 on the bench. Note, this week's scores though won't count towards, because it's based on average for the year, the best scores at average and what would have been the optimised lineup for the year as the Footy-Wired squad. So this week's scores won't count. Either way, doesn't matter. But based on the average, the inaugural Footy-Wired squad of the year is at full forward, Jack Gunston with a score of 42.6. Half forward, congratulations to Jeremy Cameron. He averaged 44.3 as a half forward. Now, the utility position, that wasn't the highest utility score, but it would have been the best for our optimised lineup. And the utility for the year goes to Jordan Dawson with 92.4. The best ruck goes to Jared Witts, who got 45.6, despite a late run from Riley O'Brien, so well done Witts. The midfield spot goes to Bailey Smith, 62.9. The follower is Nick Dacos. He got 53.9 as a follower. The halfback of the year goes to Nasiah Wangani Milira. He got a score of 58.5 as a halfback for an average. Very good score. Finally, the tackler, Matt Rao, 49.9 as a tackler. So well done, Matt Rao. Now, the bench spot, we have favoured more of an attack over defence in all this. So the bench will go to Marcus Bontempelli, who would have just got over from Ed Richards. So well done, Bont. Well done to those 9 players that made the inaugural Footywired squad. Now, let's have a look at the MVP for the year, or our version of the Brownlow. The best player for the year is Bailey Smith. An outstanding year for Bailey. As a half forward, he averaged 41.6. As a utility, 96.2. As a midfielder, 62.9. A follower, 57.7. Halfback would have got 47.9. And as a tackler, he would have got 31.4. So he is our player of the year. Well done. Congratulations to all of you. Alright, so now let's have a look at the final, and it's the Gators playing the Gods. Yes, backing up on last week's stats, this will be the second time that these two have met in a grand final, with Gators winning the previous encounter in 2021. Gators will be seeking their 5th championship, while the Gods are looking for their 2nd. Over the last few weeks, Gators have been averaging 20 points more than what they have for the season, while Gods have been averaging 20 points less than what they have for the season. And both teams have some tough selections to choose from here. They weren't in great form the last final. The game against them both was 347 points each. Gators won with 347.5. Last week, Gods only got 330. So as a Wednesday afternoon, we don't know the squads. So we'll just go by what the injury news is. So Gators, they'll be hoping Grundy actually returns from injury. Here's a test from concussion. We do know though Kerno is out, and Lockie Neal at this stage may be out as well. Likely he will be. Some loop options here for the Gators, providing Neal or Grundy or Laddams miss, otherwise there's no loophole option. Butters does play Friday night, as does Petrarca, Long and Houston. It's likely to be Butters or Petrarca, but while I was driving home I was thinking I might even go net Long and play Butters as utility, but we'll see what we do. So the Gots, they have been disappointing to say the least in the finals. To date, their average score in the finals has been 340, but we do know that they can go big and hard when they need it. That's what she said. Remember, they are the highest scoring team of the year, averaging 393 for the year, so they're averaging, 60 points less, almost 50 points less than what they got. The players that won't be available for them, and they've been out for most of the year anyway, is Oscar Allen, and who will be saying goodbye to the Eagles, and Vicentini. Besides that, it is a clean bill of health, unless someone's not picked. Like the Gators, they too have some good loop options here. Both teams have had no one playing Thursday night. However, the Gods do have Sweet, Pickett, and Rosie, and Rivers and Dacos to choose from Friday night. McKercher is early on Saturday. So, it's likely probably to be Rosie or Dacos. Coincidentally, if Rosie's been down, the Gods have been down. So we'll see what happens there. So it all comes down to this massive final between the two rivals, the Para Twins, the Para Derby, whatever you want to call it. Which one of them will be the Footywired 2025 champion? Thank you.
Lock it in. Saxophone guys, it's time to win. The Footywired! Footywired!